Alright, we are back to do another sparring breakdown video of me and my student Luke Howard. Luke Howard's brown belt in Jiu-Jitsu, black belt Judo. I am a second degree black belt in Jiu-Jitsu, been doing Jiu-Jitsu since 2005. Me and Luke are just going to have a nice little fun roll, kind of break down some of the action as we go along here. Come up playing some collar and sleeve, switching to De La Hiva. Luke doing a good job forcing my foot underneath on the far side. Still able to play De La Hiva here. Looking to switch my grip to controlling the pants and going for an intersect collar grip. I'm trying to ideally throw Luke kind of more overhead so I can get a better lift. Luke does a good job switching to a knee cut pass, but falls right into my reverse half. And I manage to sweep and move to top position. Stay on top here. We ran out of space, so we just reset. Again, just looking to kind of get started here. I start looking on the next pass on the outside. Start controlling the legs. Luke doing a good job keeping away with that stiff arm. I'm trying to circle my head inside to kind of relieve some of the pressure as I stay on the Toriando style passing. Luke controlling my pants. Luke's thing got in the way, so took a quick little break. Kind of backhand hand fighting. Start looking to force a knee cut pass. Luke looks to go to single leg X. I start pushing down on the hook underneath my hip, breaking grips, trying to free my leg. So I can back step here. So now I kind of come in with floating on that shin. Look to kind of come in on a long range pass. Start switching to my leg drag. Luke turtles. Can't quite get the sprawl the way I wanted to. So we disengage and reset. So fighting over some good initial positions here at the kind of the start. Kind of wait to get some action going. Luke gets a good lift here. Again, I'm trying to kind of slow things down. Luke always looking to kind of keep space by pushing on my shoulder. Again, I'm just trying to stay heavy here. Control the inside, the grip fight. I'm just kind of looking for a moment for Luke to start to extend himself so I can get some offense going. And Luke pushes away. Start trying to clear that collar grip. Start coming again. I like to step in the middle. Start kind of forcing my way into half guard. Now we're kind of playing in the knee shield position. Luke doing a good job sitting up on the underhook here. He starts trying to raise his level. I'm just trying to stay real tight to his body. The more I can, I'm using this tight waist right here. Tight waist has been becoming more and more one of my favorite grips that I use. I'm just staying real tight to his rib cage. It's making it hard for Luke to sit all the way up. I know if I can kind of get a near side underhook here and start driving through, I'm going to be able to put Luke flat on his back. It's going to make my passing a lot easier. So again, just kind of staying heavy here. I start to flatten Luke out. He's kind of playing a little quasi knee shield here, controlling my belt, just maintaining good space. Start looking to switch to leg weave. Again, I just needed to navigate my way around Luke's knee. That top knee is kind of what's keeping me outside right now. Luke starts looking on Kimura, but I just pop my arm off and go to the other side. Quick little switch here for my underhook. So again, I'm just doing what I can to keep Luke pinned here, keep him flat. I know if Luke's flat, he's furthest from his escape. Try to slip my head for an arm triangle, but he managed to pummel his hand inside. So I start looking on Kimura here, just trying to isolate Luke's wrist, get some bend in his arm. He's doing a good job locking my hip down, not letting me free my knee. I try to use my head like a crowbar to bend Luke's arm. It's not really working. Something I used to play with when I was younger, but alas, no luck. So yeah, we're still kind of fighting over this like underhook overhook position. I start advancing into 3/4 mount and make my way into the mount. Again, I start crowding Luke here, but we're kind of running out of space. We're close to the pillar, so I just let us kind of move over and reset. So yeah, good scrambles. Luke again pulling me down in mount, framing on my bicep. I look to start trying to isolate Luke's arm, but he does a good job pushing my foot back into 3/4. I end up in kind of like a top position for omoplata. So I started switching omoplata, but I couldn't get my hips over fast enough. Luke manages to sprawl, we roll, and we almost land on the concrete. Luke does a good job keeping control of the action in the space that he had. So let's look at some of that, because that's a nice little scramble. So we go for mount. I start looking on armbar, and we switch. Okay, so essentially here I'm in the finishing position for omoplata, but Luke is driving in. He's got strong base in this position, so I know I can start passing my leg over here and I can go to omoplata. Now, ideally what I would be doing, I want to be moving my hips in this direction. Okay, if I can move my hips in this direction, I'm going to be able to cut the angle fast enough to continue sitting up. But because my hand's still posted on this side, it's going to be hard for me to control Luke's hips. I ideally would like this hand on the other side of Luke's hip, right? So my angle, I got time. It's going to take me time to get to where I need to go. So as things kind of continue here, I'm trying to hip out. Luke manages to roll, but I managed to catch this leg to keep some control. Now Luke starts coming on top, so it threatens to take my back. I don't wait. I don't want to wait for Luke to move into this position, so I roll. And as I roll, Luke starts circling behind, so I continue to reach for the single. But as you see, like literally, Luke is already out of the gym. Like his feet are on the concrete, right? So like we couldn't really drive any more forward. If this was a tournament, you just keep going, but we're in the gym. I'm not trying to hurt any of my teammates or anything like that. So I have to stop in my tracks, right? Luke doing the right thing, takes advantage of the space and starts looking to attack guillotine. But Luke, being the nice guy he is, recognized that we had kind of space issues. So yeah, having nice scrambles here, getting some really good movement going. So we come in one more. Luke doing a good job changing levels. Trying to play my collared sleeve, get my collar grip a little deeper. I switched to triangle. And I felt like I had it, but I made a little too much of an adjustment here, and he manages to pop free. I missed my omoplata. Go for elbow push. Start looking on my single. Switch to my deep half, start coming up. The dogfight here. I feel like I'm losing the dogfight. I got to be careful. I don't want to get thrown, so I spin back underneath, try to come up again, and Luke manages to get just enough of a guillotine to finish in half guard from top. Really nice scramble. So let's go back one more time, kind of break some of that down. So like I'm coming in collar and sleeve, like everything was pretty good here. I know Luke's very good at slipping his head and pulling this grip around. Kind of saw this before in some other videos. So I know omoplata is an option, but I got to be careful still because my angle is not ideal for omoplata yet. So as we move forward here, you can see Luke already slipping the triangle, but I'm still have my good positioning for omoplata. So I go to lock omoplata, but the second I feel him let go of that grip on the pants, I switch back to my triangle. And here's a pretty good lock. I still have a grip on the collar. Everything's kind of playing into my favor. I feel like maybe I got ahead of myself a little bit here, part of this transition. I should have been a little tighter in this transition, so I'm going like real kind of classic, controlling the shin here. I need to make sure I can lock this up. I'm just trying to arc my leg over to lock that triangle. It probably would have served me better to push on Luke's hip. Let's see kind of as we go here. So I go to lock, and this is where things kind of went wrong for me. I probably let go of the shin a little too early. I should have waited until this was fully locked. And because I lost this grip, if you actually look right now, I have no grip, so I've lost all my control over Luke from the guard. and I was kind of relying on being able to finish this triangle in one bite, so I got a little greedy. So if we can continue going here, I try to adjust again, but now with that adjustment, Luke doing the right thing by bringing his elbow and knee together. Because now all this space is being closed off, it's going to be really hard for me to finish my triangle. So we continue a bit more. I lose position again, I'm left without grips. So now Luke can push the legs away, forces me to turtle. I start coming up into my half, so luckily I was able to scramble out into one of my favorite positions, the Lucas Leish half. So from here, I'm already on good angle to start either coming up to the dogfight or diving underneath for my sweep. So I try to dive underneath. You can see me getting a good twist there coming under. Luke doing a great job basing. He's literally basing with everything. You know, he's got both hands on the mat, his head on the mat, probably his foot on the mat on the other side. So he's really stopping that sweep from coming. I try to come back up. Again, in this dogfight position, I got to be careful. Luke's got a great Uchimata from here. You can see him go for my wrist. So I got to be careful. I don't want Luke throwing me here. So as we continue, he bumps me back down. So I try to dive underneath again. I still got a good bite on the leg. Everything's kind of going my way. I'm trying to scoot under. And this is the mistake I make. So if we go back just a little bit. So I go to dive under. When I come back up, he manages to get his hands locked together. So I'm kind of in that midpoint in between. I've lost my powerful hook for my half guard. This leg is now out. So I don't have the reap where I can spin back underneath again. So this is what's going to give Luke really good positioning. So I go straight to defense. I try to roll out, and you see me pushing on Luke's hips with my hands. This is the one thing I can kind of do to kind of create some space so I can try to keep him away from me, not to get the position he needs to finish the choke. But Luke manages to get the angle just right. Finishes me with a really nice guillotine from half guard top. So yeah, really fun roll. I ended up coming up short. You know, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail. And today I was the nail. So if you guys like what you see, you have any questions about any of these techniques, feel free to leave them in the comments. And make sure to subscribe to my channel so I can keep making videos like this. Thanks for watching.